and welcome to Iacon Underground Radio for the week of April 13th. This will be our big BotCon 2016 wrap-up edition. We don't have any comics to discuss this week. Of course, we've been taking robots in disguise in a more of looks at a time. And this week we certainly got a lot of other things to talk about. The elephant in the room is, of course, the future of BotCon and Transformers conventions as a whole. But first, news. It looks like, I will say up front that BotCon news this year was almost entirely toy news. We didn't really get any news from IDW. We didn't really get any, we didn't get a confirmation of next Robots in Disguise season. We didn't really get any Rescue Bots information at all. I didn't even hear that there were any Rescue Bots stuff shown by Hasbro this year.
Although we have recently had, the announcement of the new Rescue Bots character that's going to be Kristen Shaw, so I think they may have just figured BotCon's the right venue to announce new Rescue Bots.
Yeah, wait, did they have that at,
Well, they're fools.
the other comic company that was also going on this weekend?
Emerald City Comic Con? Yeah. I don't think I do recall I did see that one picture of the new girl Autobot for Rescue Bots, but I don't recall if that was from Hasbro, if that was from Emerald City Comic Con, or if that was from something else entirely.
Yeah, probably was.
I think that's just been from general publicity. The trailer got posted on Yahoo.
That's entirely possible. Yeah. I feel like the lack of Rescue Bots is something that need to be brought up in the overall convention discussion. But first, toy news. So, I guess first we should mention the various exclusives that were together for BotCon itself.
Yep. We finally got to see the box sets in photography other than FunPub's own. Feeling Ravage has a really flat head.
Yeah.
So flat.
So flat. And by extension, Titron does too, as they just repainted him in white as a convention exclusive. Oh, that's such a flat little head.
Was that necessary for the engineering, or...
Well,
or ...
A little bit, yes, but a lot, no. I don't think it needed to be that flat or even bigger. It's so weird, because, it's the breakdown mold, which is also the Wheeljack mold. I think Wheeljack's around here somewhere. Oh yeah, he's a leg right now. So, it's shallower than the face of some of the other heads of the Commanders, but it's not that shallow, like there's no back at all. They could have had a half a centimeter more, or a centimeter more than that.
But then they might have had to pay somebody to mold the back of it. So it's just flat on the back, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's not even a fur pattern.
It's like they made it and it didn't fit and they chopped it to size to fit.
Yeah.
Cause,
I understand that part of why pinheads in general plague Transformers as a brand is because of the engineering necessary to get them into place in their alternate modes. But yeah,
and exclusives in particular, because those are kind of retrofitting heads into place, and there's only one thing you can alter if you're tooling a new head, and that's the head.
Yeah. You can't alter the space it fits into.
And it doesn't seem to really have a neck. It's just this little round disc with a face on the front as a head.
Kitty face.
Yeah.
Speaking of round discs with faces on the front, we also got an exclusive Unit 3.
Yay!
So
Unit 3, who's under 3. Oh, he's so cute.
Yes, for those not familiar, that would be a reference to Under 3, which is sort of, I'm not going to say is the name of, I guess that may be official to some point.
Well,
it is the only current given name of.
Yeah, basically in Beast Wars. Yeah, during Beast Wars there was a McDonald's promotion.
As happens from time to time. There's been ones for lots of different Transformers toy lines, but I think that was one of the first ones where they did that instead of the McDonald's formers.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. And the Under 3 toy was basically like a makeup compact where you've got a lion head, and it just opens up horizontally and is lit as a robot inside. And it was never given a name, so it was the Under 3 toy. A lot of people declared it to be Under 3 as his name. And with whatever that implies for the fiction. And yeah, so there was a toy from that same mold that was based on that called Unit 3.
I've always thought he was surprisingly like Optimus Minor robot mode.
Yeah, he's
I could see that.
Optimus-y looking with the head and everything.
But now he's Protectorbot Streetwise.
Yes.
So he's
yes,
so close
to
being
the
a taxi
TF
without being a taxi.
I appreciate that the TF Wiki at the beginning, the disambiguation says, this article is about the yellow lion head. For the blue lion head, see lion head.
Oh, the wiki.
So yeah, that was an interesting one to go with. It was a nice little thing. There was an air raiser who was
because somebody at FunPub really likes the idea of doing pre-Earth mode air raisers.
I like the idea of doing pre-Earth mode air raisers. I don't know if I would say that it's for necessarily different reasons or not. But yes, she is based on the Legends Slipstream toy, which was a remold of the first Windblade toy that we got.
So it looks good, but
like getting Tigatron and Air Razor pair.
Yeah.
But it's them before Beast Wars yet again from the club. It's weird.
It's the second time gotten them from the club, and the first time Air Razor did not sell well at all.
Oh, good.
Like, they're still trying to get rid of Air Razors.
Oh, okay. We'll have the first Air Razor, which is a really crappy toy, except if you just leave it in robot mode at the back of a cabinet. Because that Slugslinger an ugly toy.
Well, I will have to, I will have to keep an eye on eBay then, because I have little money but great desire for more Air Razors.
It does look a lot better than the Tigatron, because they didn't remold head. They just...
Yeah.
Let me know at the toy show. I would have given it to you.
Yeah.
Ah, well. So there's that. There was a Reflector 3-pack, based on, I guess, Generations Combiner Wars Shockwave was like a little Legends
class, yes.
Yeah,
they also had the, attendee-only box set pickup in-person golden ticket thing, which was another clear version of him.
Yay!
Yeah.
Did Rick Alvarez come up with that? He likes the randomly clear redecos.
No, but it's a more exclusive you can only get if you bought the golden ticket, and the golden ticket was like an extra couple $100.
$200. We'll be discussing that.
Anyway. There was the big showpiece, Megatron, from the old,
Yep.
That was it, 3H Megatron design that never got used.
Yeah, the head is based on, and various bits of the deco.
Is.
Yeah.
It's
based on the
first Robots in Disguise Megatron, or Gigatron, or whatever it was called.
Yes, this would be the car robots. Megatron, Gigatron. The hand one. The one that turns
Devil
into
Gigatron, because they did the retool and then they never undid it for future releases.
Nice. So he has an
Obscure
extra, dozen modes.
He has 10 official modes, and then people have come up with over 100 fan modes.
Yeah.
Most of them are tenuous at best.
Yeah.
Well, half the official modes are tenuous at best. The elephant is like an elephant face and legs without the back end of an elephant.
They saw a picture of an elephant, but it was kind of cut off. That they just, went with it.
Yeah.
I have heard worrying things about the chrome on that Megatron's chest, though.
Yeah, his chrome might be flaking already, which is ridiculously fast, even for chrome metallized stuff.
Yeah, that sounds like almost like leave it in the long enough.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder, is it flaking or is it rubbing off?
Well, we don't have one and we haven't. So we're only getting it second use, but still.
We can only speculate at this point.
Chip and wearing would be two somewhat different patterns of coming off. One is just that it didn't cure properly, and the other one's usually the coat was too thin. But either way, if you're gonna buy that, be really careful. Ask for lots of pictures of the chest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and there was
also, none of them have eye deco on dragon mode.
Oh?
What?
He's blind.
Huh.
Oh, maybe he's got his eyes closed.
It's a reference to Savage Noble.
The custom class Ravage, who was, what was he?
We got 4 different possible versions of Ratchet, plus a new character named Medics.
Oh,
I
so
think
he's
that's a new character.
I wasn't sure if it was a new character or like some random, like, Brazilian thing. Yeah, it says, pulled it up on the wiki, says Medics is a Protectobot from the Generation 1 Continuity family, the newest member of the Protectobots. So yeah, he was basically, appears to have been created that. So that's kinda neat.
Because you could get people to collect them all on eBay now.
Yeah.
The comics version, the G1 version, the G2 version, the Shattered Glass version, and Medics.
Which just means
Yay.
different stickers that they only gave away 2 at the convention, so you can complicate it. Anyway.
What was the Generation 2 version?
It's Generation 2 stickers.
Okay, so just like
logo.
generally Generation 2 like stickers?
Yeah, it's still the same
Yeah.
Ratchet.
They're all little differences. They're not huge.
Yeah.
Cause I was gonna say there wasn't a Generation 2 Ratchet toy.
I think it might be based on the Generation 2 comic.
That was just G1 Ratchet, but okay. I will allow retroactively including more D1 characters in G2 because I love G2.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think there'd just be a series that's entirely characters. Like, there was there's that concept floating around out there of G1 or G2 Mirage, and do like a G2, I don't know, Trailbreaker and Krax and some other random characters, and just do like what they could have looked like if they had been in G2.
Oh, and there was also a rubber ducky.
Yes, there's a rubber ducky, the little bun logo on it. Apparently the ducky had sold out by Thursday night.
Yeah,
they made half as many rubber duckies as they made Megatrons.
They should have made twice.
Although it is perfect for putting hand mode for Megatron.
Yes, I saw a picture
On
of
the plus side, there was also an artist giving out a fan-made toy rubber ducky for Megatron.
The toy scale one was
props to that guy.
One? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw the toy scale one first, and I want one of them. Maybe somebody else.
So I am impressed to hear that they managed to sell enough of anything on Thursday to sell out, considering that they were apparently having massive credit card problems.
Yeah.
But that's kind of a constant.
But then they did have the one other exclusive, the Dawn of the Predacus comic.
Oh boy, I have heard absolutely nothing about this, so I'm taking that as a great sign.
Yeah, they are trying to retcon members of the Tripredacus Council as reformatted Decepticons.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because some of my friends who are involved with the wiki were complaining on Twitter, now that I recall, on Thursday, about how it was like, okay, so now all these random non-show Beast Wars characters are now actually G1 characters. Have fun with that.
Yeah, like
Have
the
fun
worst,
merging those pages.
Like in the tech spec cards they gave out one, I forget which one is supposed to like Shockwave, who remembered he has emotions and is now one of the Tripredacus Council. No. No.
Yeah, the wiki people who I was following on Twitter were not amused at I mean, personally, and I say this as someone who came very close to reading convention fiction, I've always thought of the convention fiction as sort of apocryphal, as like, almost canon.
Yeah.
Yes, it's canon adjacent. It tries to latch itself on to existing canon to have a reason to exist, but it's not canon.
Yeah. But it does
I've always viewed Beast Wars media other than the TV show as canon adjacent.
Yeah, I think that's entirely fair.
Below canon adjacent.
Yeah.
Mostly because, this doesn't break the trend of the comics based on Beast Wars not kind of missing the point of what made Beast Wars good, but...
Yeah, it's not great. Stop. It's like 1999 all over again, just deciding that random Beast Wars characters should actually be G1 characters. Like Transmetal Grimlock and Prowl. Right, just Transmetal.
Hello?
Transmetal Prowl, regular Grimlock.
Yeah, if it was...
Though it's also entirely possible, I realized, that Beast Wars Prowl is actually just someone who thinks they're G1 Prowl.
Yeah, if it was just
I prefer
Prowl,
that interpretation.
Just Prowl and Grimlock, or
Yes.
just a guy who thinks he's Prowl and Grimlock and Ravage, that would be fine. That'd be okay. Got like a tiny handful of guys, but when you try to make it more than 3 guys, or actually guys from G1, no, that destroys the point of Beast Wars.
Stop. And I think that's the thing that really gets me, is that this is one of those things, like, things that excessively quote the movie or kill off Wheelie for fun. It's just, that's one of those things that really feels like a sign of someone who's
insecure in liking something from their childhood still.
That, and it feels like someone who maybe has not read a lot of other Transformers stories and isn't aware of what's been done to...
Yeah.
Those are things that have been done to death.
Yeah, they just love G1 and ignore everything else.
I mean, that was like half of fan fiction in 1998-99 was people making G1 characters into Beast Wars characters. That was a long time ago. We've passed that phase. Come on.
Yeah. That's fine. You should have stopped at least 10 years ago.
Yeah. So.
I always preferred the convention stories that were like the fun side stories to the universe-shattering ones.
Yeah.
I liked the Furman universe-shattering ones. Well, mostly because when those became universe-shattering, they got resolved in a way, that sort of way where no one knows that anyone did anything.
Yeah. I like that.
Like it's fixing the universe in the background.
Oh yeah, it's fixing Shokorak.
Yeah. Though, I mean, the universe stuff was kind of fun, but it was also way in the future and pretty much jumped right on board with all the multi stuff.
Yeah, it was kind of fun for,
So do we, I'm just being mean here, but do we know who the writer was on the Dawn of the Predacon comic?
Oh,
Give me a moment. Actually, now that I remember, I think it was somebody at IDW who actually wrote it, after they were told by the people at FunPub what toys were going to be.
Right, yeah. FunPub handed off the list of what the toys were going to be, probably maybe the tech specs, and then sent it to IDW to do.
So
maybe the comic itself is better than we'd expect based on what they did rest of the fiction.
Well...
We're not there, we didn't read it yet.
There were also, like, for instance, the What If, the Transformers What If, that was also had a lot of the elements that marked something as being by someone who hasn't been around long enough to know which stories have been told too many times.
Yeah.
So, I mean, IDW has some really great people working for them doing stuff, but some stuff they do seem to sort of pass off to randos on their writing staff.
Somebody's got to get writing started somewhere.
I guess.
It might be okay. None of us had read it yet. I'll receive my copy and whenever I get it sent to me.
Well, there you go. And then we can have a proper discussion of it.
Yeah.
But for now, yeah, there's not a page for it on the wiki yet. That has not been updated. So I noticed that the list of guests lists voice actors, 4 writers, nothing, artists, a whole big pile of people, most of whom probably paid their way and really shouldn't be counted as guests.
They had to buy a table to get there.
Yeah. I am personally of the opinion, and this goes for all conventions, this is something that Wizard World and various other conventions do as well, that if someone has to pay to be there, they're not a guest.
Yeah.
Don't live with a guest. That's obnoxious. But Wizard World, they took over my own city's local Comic-Con a few years ago, so I've had some dealings with their practices, and they're not good, and that's not something you emulate.
I'd suggest doing a separate class of thing, like guests, and then featured vendors, or like featured attendees.
Yeah, I think, featured vendors would be fine too, or just have your Artists Alley listed as its own thing. Yeah. So that's both.
Although there were people in the Artist Alley there with booths that weren't the people on list.
Yeah, and it's true that there are always people who are guests who also end up in the Artist Alley. And that's even at your Wizard Worlds and your other conventions. You have a lot of guests who also get a table. But yeah, I think that should be two separate lists. And if there are guests who are also in Artist Alley, you can just put them as guests and people can assume that they're also going to have people.
Yeah. Unless Aaron Archer was there too.
Yes, Aaron Archer was there. Did he have a table at the Artist Alley?
He was actually a guest, and I think the wiki just doesn't have him in the right thing, because he had, like, autograph panels, along with the voice actors.
I know that he had his own panel, but that's pretty neat that he had an autograph panel. That's pretty cool. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
I like to work for.
Shall we touch on the Robots in Disguise toy news before we move on to the more mainstream Generations-y stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like I said, we have not had a third season of the show confirmed yet, but that's fine because they're like half a dozen episodes into the second season, so let's hold our horses. The toys they had, again, the show makes me so frustrated sometimes because they have all these great Decepticon designs and some of them get toys. Yeah. But we're getting a Bisque now.
Bisque!
A guy who was only in the very first episodes of the first season for like a minute and then was gone.
He's in some of the, he's been sort of in the background of some of the newer stuff.
He was in the most recent episode this weekend as featured Decepticon. But yeah, the giant lobster in the car is back.
Why is his name Bisque? I know why his name is Bisque.
Can you propose a better name for him?
I don't know.
Lobclaw?
Ice Stalkertron. I could see Clamp.
Nautilator?
Oh, Nautilator.
Clampdown would be decent, but I still prefer Bisque.
Yeah. Bisque is just interesting, because he's also sort of seafood bisque colored.
Yes. I guess. Okay.
And then he could get a seafood Louis Redeco.
I both hate and love bad pun names.
Oh, speaking of Redecos, Quillfire's getting a Redeco as somebody.
Scatterspike. Scatterspike from Scatterspike.
I guess maybe
you fire quills to scatter spikes.
Yeah. So that's a thing. Also, they showed the warrior class, that would be the formerly deluxe class, Thunderhoof.
Yay!
Yay!
So you can pose him with Steeljaw to reproduce filthy art you found on Tumblr.
You could just pose him with a Rocky action figure.
Where you can do something that's not terrible. Look, I'm just saying that ship sailed the moment they were both on screen. I'm just saying that I can't help what Tumblr does. I can't be held accountable for them.
Oh, what
I may feel like a proud grandmother, but I can't be held accountable for them.
I'm super glad we're getting weapon minicons again.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's like ones that turn into swords and tridents, and isn't there like a hammer?
So they're a bunch of really cool ones. So they turn into various fun little weaponies and guns. I like all the swords. I like sword minicons.
Yeah, minicons that turn into weapons were one of the things I liked most about Armada and Energon and the ones that had a third mode.
They are doing a Ratchet for Robots in Disguise, though, who knows if that means he's going to show up or anything. Or if he does show up, if he's going to be Jeffrey Combs.
Oh, he's a retool, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
I
strong
think so.
arm with the chest, the legs, and with the back of the vehicle, and maybe some other stuff was retooled, besides the head.
I think if they gave him a nose, he could be a passable more than meets the eye Ratchet. Not like a great one, but probably better than any other one we've gotten recently.
Well, I don't know. The Prime one is, well, yeah, okay, he doesn't have a nose, but other than that, he's very stocky Ratchet. I like that guy.
The nose is a big point here. reminds me when people would do art of IDW verse Knockout, and the only difference was that he had a nose.
Oh, Knockout with a nose just sounds so good.
And then when we actually had IDW versus Knockout, he didn't.
Yeah.
Hey man, noses are not aerodynamic.
No, that's the thing. The more I've gotten used to the Prime and the robots in
to
the
be the fastest on Velocitron.
Having a nose on robots is weird now. I'm used to it.
But Alex Mill does those great noses.
He does really good noses. Yes.
Yeah.
But maybe some more guys without noses in the future. Anyway, whatever. Robots in Disguise toys we're getting into. We saw the Prime with his breast force buddy again.
Oh yeah. And they had the new Windblade, which does look sturdier and more stable than the Generations Windblade, which is nice.
I like that one, but it's difficult to pose.
Yeah. I did see the little Legends scale one at retail last week.
Yeah,
so that's something for people to keep an eye out for.
I found her. She's tiny.
Yay!
I finally had something from Combiner Wars show up at my Walmart.
Yay! Well, my Target's been okay. That's pretty sad if they've just not even had Combiner Wars for this long.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Even I get stuff and my circular pierce sucks. Anyway, any other robots and toys, things?
I think that was it.
Yeah,
that was definitely the important stuff. So, there was also some more Titans Return stuff. They have basically, at this point, filled out all of the 1987 Headmasters.
Oh, right, yeah, because they'd announced everybody else except for Weird Wolf and, which one is it? The
right, that's Wolfwire now.
Yeah, he's Wolfwire. He's still got Monzo as his little head. Oh, what's that?
No, he doesn't have Monzo as his head. He has Mong XO as his head.
Yep, Monzo.
Spelled it different still.
Yes, I'm surprised he wasn't Wolf Blast.
Wolfwire's amusing. Wirewolf made have made more sense. But then again, he does things backwards, so he's a Yoda.
Aha, that is a good point. So yes, he and his Monzo are coming out. He looks good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he does.
He looks
really
I have
good. Noticed since BotCon on my Twitter feed, there seems to have been an increase in people selling off their third-party Headmasters.
I don't blame them. This stuff looks amazing.
Yeah.
Like, as apathetic as I've been toward Titans Returns, because I don't like the idea of having to buy toys to be able to get the one cool play feature.
Yeah.
I love the idea of interchangeable heads and headmasters and a little guy that transforms and plugs into the big guy that also transforms.
Yeah.
That is just right up my alley.
That's good for you.
Yes.
I'm not as sold on, but I really want the Headmaster Beasts again. Especially Weird Wolf. He was always my favorite, and he looks more cartoony. He's got giant feet in beast mode.
I really hope that silver down his claws remains the way it looks now, because it's very a very worn kind of look. It's not solid silver.
Yeah,
it's very sort of dabbled.
It's worn off, and he's got pink teeth.
I love that he's got like a Cybertron Defense hotshot style guns up. Energon Grimlock was not good, but combination cannon sword thing on his back was awesome.
Oh yeah. What is the Highbrow? Is that the helicopter? I always forget.
Yes, Highbrow.
Yes.
It's the one Rob likes.
One of the other great old early Transformers eBay stories that I have is a listing for Autobot Eyebrow. Along with the guy who just had no idea why his friend asked him to list Scorponok's head. It's just the head. Why would anybody want the head? So, but yes, that is Highbrow. He's really nice and helicoptery. Got, he looks like Highbrow.
He has a transparent canopy that you can see his headmaster through.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got
his
knees.
Headmaster.
Yes.
The great improvement of knees. What we didn't have 25 years ago or whatever that was.
And then we also have the gimmick for the Voyagers, which is they're also triple changers.
Kind
just,
of.
All of them.
Which, okay, sure. Although we got Astro Trains, a weird space shuttle, and a train, and Alpha Trion, who's now Alpha Lion. and he transforms to sort of an aircraft carrier-ish space thing that's, I guess it
makes sense given the previous Alpha Trion toys we've gotten.
Or, was it Vector?
He transforms into a lion and a thing that is presumably a spaceship because anything can fly through a vacuum.
Yeah.
As we learn, Transformers Energon.
No, that's
and
anything
Cybertron.
can drive through a vacuum.
Although, I'm expecting this to get an even cooler redeco. I mean, love this magenta purple color scheme.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I'm also expecting to get, like, Lio Convoy homage or something.
Yeah, I really do like the colors, though. I might get that just for craziness.
He does have his facial hair. He's got his facial hair.
Yep.
Yes.
Much like Minimus Ambus, that's one of the most important parts of Alpha Trion, is that he's gotta have his facial hair.
Yeah.
Gotta have his Fu Manchu. So I have to say, and this is something that will come up again in a moment, I do appreciate Hasbro's willingness to fully embrace this magenta pink.
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah. Cause, it's not manly. So also they did reveal some of the individual Titan Masters.
Yeah, just the head dudes who come with a little, what's this thingy? The cutest which is Ape Face.
Yeah, he's good head.
He comes with a little monkey, a little ape that forms into his old G1 spaceship. So cute.
I do really like, and I've mentioned before, I have a lot of money to spend on toys at the moment. I'm just doing freelance work, so it's nice to have these little low-cost things that I can just duck into Target on the way to the coffee shop and pick up and fiddle around with and not have to, budget for. So it's nice to see this, something that's at that $5-6 price point, which is what I saw someone who had written up a breakdown of how much Titan's Return will cost you, and they had those listed as a $5 to $6 price point.
Yeah.
Yay.
So that's something that you can just, get. That's an impulse buy toy, is what that is. And one of them's just a Grimlock head.
Yeah, I think I forget what it was called. It wasn't called Grimlock, but it's just G1 Grimlock's head.
Clobber.
Oh, Clobber. And there's a Brawn?
Yes, and there's a very Soup G1-y looking Brawn head. The gray helmet and the frown and...
his cartoon face to a T, it's...
Yeah, it's kind of uncanny to just see disembodied like that.
The face that always made me think of a golem.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like the other Headmaster characters we're mostly getting as little individual head ones, because there's a Nightbeat like that, and Loudmouth, who is presumably Siren. And I don't know if I can forgive Siren because he's on Team Getaway, but...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Ruining it! I'll probably still get them.
No.
Yeah, these definitely look like fun little desk toys. It's nice that we're getting a bunch of them. So there's that. And it was nice seeing, if you can look up pictures of the display that Hasbro put out. In previous years they've had these big battle displays, but they definitely had a pretty fun one this time. I know there was at least one person, one of the, lady IDW who does some stuff, for Transformers, who had a picture showing that Rust Dust from Victorion was off away from the others being a huge badass.
Oh yeah, wait, wasn't that Sarah Petrie, however you pronounce her name?
I think so, yeah. I think it was her.
Incidentally, we also got more pictures of Victorion's close to final deco, and it looks dramatically improved from when we first saw it.
Yeah.
They've been iterating on it, and now it's good.
Yeah, I think it actually changed again from last time we saw it, or maybe it's just the quality of lighting and photos. It seems.
I think
it has changed slightly.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
And it does. It's looking more and more G2.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. It's just it's a hair off. It needs to be something a little bit more neon, and more colors to be G2. To be honest, they need 3 extra colors added to them.
And the original Victorion color cons that we voted on was basically Rapido's color scheme from G2.
Yeah.
It was really just a matter of finding, at least for Rapido, it's, the teal is just accent colors.
Yeah.
It's primarily red, where with them, they were
like
red and
close
teal.
to 50-50 originally.
And in that case, they really needed to change up one of those colors was going to the exact hue of one of those. So, yeah, it looks like they're doing really good with it. That's
hue and also value.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was kind of a big problem with the first one.
Probably
if you looked at Black and White, it was one color.
Yeah.
Even like the gray accents were the same color.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm still probably going to add a little bit of black paint to some when I finally get them. At least the cars.
Mm-hmm.
Sense.
Just to make them pop a bit more.
So do we want to talk about more immediate toy news, like the close range stuff?
Well, there is the Platinum set.
Oh, yeah, the Platinum.
Yep.
Well, 2 Platinum sets. One we'd seen before, 2 we'd seen before, the Rodimus and Junkions and the Cyclone and Soups. But there's a new one, yet again from the movie.
Now, are we getting in the US the Rodimus and Junkion and Cyclonus and Sweeps ones?
I think one of the displays said it was going to be on Amazon?
Okay, I could see that. Because a lot of that Platinum stuff has been like Chinese market.
Yeah,
and...
it's like Asian exclusive. It shows up somewhere, but I think we're getting these at least on like
these at like I would assume, given the amount of space that these were given, we're definitely getting this set.
Yeah.
They have Target exclusive marked on the packaging.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's right. So someone has already agreed to carry them. So yes, it is all the most recent G1 Generations Classics Universe etc. version of Ultra Magnus, RC, Cup, Blur, and Spring.
Yay!
And with movie 30th anniversary marked on it.
Yes.
Feel old.
Oh
yes.
God.
And Minimus Ambus is there.
Yeah. Just pretend he was there all along.
He was always there. Go back, freeze frame it. You could see him jumping out when Magnus explodes.
It is a little odd that they're using the previous Blur and not the super movie accurate Titans Return Blur. But I guess maybe they can swap the...
They might not be done tooling that.
Yeah. That may be something that they couldn't get out in time. But yeah, there's a lot of metallic paint, and it looks very shiny. The Springer looks very bright.
Yeah.
He looks like RC.
I already have all those but RC and Blur, and I don't care about Blur, so.
Yeah,
that's
I like the Blur.
Kind of the problem with this set is that...
We have at least one of them.
Yes.
Yes,
nice also on the 30th anniversary of the movie, look forward to my think piece for my ongoing online news job about why people care about Transformers the movie and not, for instance, My Little Pony the movie or Challenge of the GoBots.
Yeah. Okay. It's a nice box with everybody from the movie who you don't have except for Rodimus because he's in another set. But the most important thing about that box is a co-cell for Leo Kaiser.
Leo Kaiser!
Yay, Leo Kaiser.
I wonder if that means Leo Kaiser is going to be a Target exclusive.
Could be. Well,
maybe.
Where are the other?
Which is nice because that means I can pick one up for $25 when my Target clearances them.
That's the thing. Do we know yet where all the other Combiner box sets are even coming out? Because we know there's like 3 or 4 of them coming.
Yeah, we're still waiting on hearing where Victorion's going to end up.
Well,
and then we also have Computron.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to say that Leo Kaiser is where we get into the other embrace of pink, because that Guy Hawk is super pink.
Oh, yes.
And it makes me really happy, but I'm gonna be sad if Leo Zach is just Skylynx and not sexy.
Well, he's got a face. From the look of it, the only thing they've changed is his Combiner face. So he's got more of a Leo Kaiser face, which is kind of more of a Voltron face.
Still a space dragon.
Still a space dragon. Yeah, well, but at least the torso is a combination of the colors of Leo Zach and Jaguaro, the guy who was the
some mutation of the Jaguar. Jaguara, Jagara,
Yeah.
Jarguara.
Yeah,
I mean,
Jaguar.
keep in mind, there was a point in time, like, 2 years ago, when there were, like, massive fandom fights over
how to
the
pronounce things.
Englishization of Deathsaurus.
Yeah.
So, Victory, the thing with Victory is that Takara wanted to use English, but it was sometimes hard to tell what they were actually going for with it. So,
Yeah.
and Jaguar is one of those where they were clearly going with something Jaguar, but it's hard to tell if they were going with just straight up Jaguar or whether they were going with something like Jaguara. I don't know. That's the year where in Japan where Dino Force had on their package, they had a line of English. Said the 6 robots jump out his shell, transform to robot, and again.
Okay.
So they were attempting English, but they weren't great at it.
Yeah.
So I guess I mean, there was like a Creo of Jaguar, wasn't there?
Yes, I think.
So presumably we got an English version, an official English version of his name from that.
Yeah, but his name was just weird all the time. Everybody else is like Hellbat and Death Adder, and Kill Bison. They're a
No, it's
thing in
Death
animal.
Cobra.
Death
Death Cobra.
It was something
Yes,
in
Kill
animal,
Bison.
and Jaguara was the odd crotch out.
Yes. The rest of them were very clear, but I love to see that Guy Hawk is, I mean, this picture doesn't even make him look magenta, he's
just
pink.
And
It's great. It makes
Kill
me
Bison
happy.
is kind of a goldishing, so that it's not.
He had,
vacuum
his
molded,
original
but-
toy had severe gold plastic syndrome problems,
Well, that
so yeah,
shouldn't be a
he's,
Oh, and we get a bonus, well, cause, Computron comes with Scrounge and his little rocket bot gun buddy. But Leo Kaiser comes with at least, it's, one of the things from, the Japanese version of Prime, they had the little beast buddy animals. I think it's the one that came with Starscream, transformed into something. A little gun bird thing.
interesting.
So there's at least one breast buddy.
Yeah, maybe it's lion, or I guess the eagle, it'd probably be, well, Eagle Breast was one of, Deathsaurus's. So, maybe it's lion breast. Boobies.
Also, Deluxe Groove will be available this May.
Yes, as part of
So now you don't have to import it from Japan unless you already did, in which case I'm sorry you spent so much.
you poor fool.
We already got a group who's a
and
better scale.
And yes, so we have, at about this time that we have a bunch of good color pictures of the Unite Warriors Computron, we also have a lot of really good pictures of, the American, Combiner Computron.
Yeah.
And the more affluent among the fandom have already started expressing, well, I want to get both so I can mix and match to get my favorite color schemes on each one.
Yeah,
Because like, I like everything about the US one, or I like everything about the Japanese one more, except I like the US strafe a lot more.
Whereas, yeah, it's like everybody's different, cause I like the Hasbro version better, mostly, except for the scatter shot looks like crap. As the Japanese version, they remold chest again. And he's actually got a Computron head instead of just a Superion head in a different color.
Yeah. I mean, he's not gonna have the G1 Scattershot's most important feature, which I will leave to your knowledge. He is gonna have another very important feature, which is articulated ankles.
Ooh.
As the Combiner mode will have articulated ankles, which is something that Combiner Wars has been lacking. I think Victorion is gonna have as well.
Yeah, Computron and Victorion both have the new hands and new feet that have articulated ankles. So that's another one for Hasbro besides the Scrounge and Rocketbot.
Yeah.
The Scrounge is pretty great though.
Yeah,
He's
but
got
the
a new
Scrounge
head.
He's Cosmos with a new little adorable head.
I want to buy that as like a Legends class.
Yeah, it was such a, I mean, this was a character who was in the G1 Marvel comic, in probably the best storyline of Bob Budiansky's run, where there's the smelting pool, and they go back to Cybertron. No one goes back to Cybertron. The narrator goes back to Cybertron. The story goes to Cybertron. And he's Blaster's buddy, who dies horribly at the end. Sorry, spoilers.
Yeah.
He has a special hand. There's only one like it, and the only problem I have with him is that he doesn't match the Technobots at all.
Not really, but, well, they do have yellow in their color scheme, they just didn't have that much, and he's a lot of yellow. So
No, they have like a more mustardy yellow, where he has, super yellow. It's not this yellow. I'm thinking like Nose's turret kind of yellow.
If you're gonna put him with any combiner team, he fits better with the Technobots.
I suppose. His color just doesn't match. But
you can kind of tag along, maybe be a shield on someone's arm instead of going on the chest or something.
Actually, is the, I know that, now I'm gonna have to look this up, the Unite Warrior Strafe, whether he's based on, if I could go properly and not type in Unite Warriors.
He's based upon Blastoff.
Oh, right, discussed that. Yeah, he's based on Blastoff, whereas the US one is Air Raid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm not really sure which one of them looks better.
I like I'm a head person myself. I think it's very important that, they have a very accurate face, and I think that the US one's goggles, just having the solid stripe goggles, are a lot more accurate. Which is odd because I'm pretty sure, isn't that a reused head from somebody?
Yeah, isn't that the Groove head something? Although I think that might have been a mistake. I can't remember. I think there was something said that like one of the heads was wrong in Hasbro version.
I like the strafe head in the Hasbro version. I think that's a very strafey head. Nice as someone who wrote fanfic about strafe. I think that's a very strafey head. So I have opinions about strafe.
Well, hopefully he'll have that.
Yes. So, yeah, the American one has that nice little black cockpit, which, it's a very it reminds me a lot of the, third-party jump starters, from a few years back. The way their little cockpits were, and the way his guns sort of stick out. But yeah, he's a heavily retooled air raid. But also the Japanese nose cone gets as we've mentioned, gets a much, much bigger drill.
Yeah.
The Japanese nose cone has a lot more to compensate for.
Yeah, the drill is better, but I'm not sure the rook body works as well for him.
Yeah, I could see that.
Cars are different too. One of them's wheeljack, the other one's, the Hasbro one is the...
Lightspeed. Lightspeed is the car.
Lightspeed is the cop car again.
Oh my god, how can you people not keep these things straight? Whereas meanwhile, I'm like, I don't know, what's even come out this year?
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like the 6th version of the car mold? The Prowl and Streetwise?
Yeah.
Maybe that was like the one that turned out really cheap out of the way.
Maybe. Because they didn't have to remold much of anything.
I'm talking like originally, like the first one came out and like, okay, this is like 30 cents cheaper than all the wave.
Maybe.
Let's pump up our profit margin.
Or they just planned
good for corporate.
Made that one cheaper because they had Streetwise and Prowl out of it, and that gets you the smokescreen. Smokescreen? Yeah, smokescreen.
Well, Air Raid was already a heavy remold of Skydive.
Yeah. Yeah, the early guys are really good heavy remolds. Oh, I like it worse.
I love Technobots.
And one other thing out of the Hasbro product preview panel. Generations alt modes.
Yay!
Oh, right.
Yay, blind packed pulped weird super deformed characters.
Yeah, they don't.
They're pretty cute. They are pretty cute. But yeah, that's something that you'll find over in that aisle at where the magic cards and stuff.
Yeah.
No, you find them at Topic.
Oh, are they exclusive?
I don't know, but they look like things I remember seeing in Hot Topic.
They look like the kind of thing that's going to be distributed via Dynamite, the comic book store.
Yeah.
I can't go to Hot Topic. They'll card me at the entrance and say too old.
Your hair is blue. You get a pass.
True. That's true. I'll just wear my Martins. So, other than that...
I do like that Magnus. I will say that.
Yeah.
I like the Prowl just because I think things in which Prowl looks cute and silly amuse me a lot because he's the worst.
That is clearly going to be a bug in Wave 2.
Yeah. So they've talked about how they're doing Generation through 2018.
Yay! Not that I expected. Like, if they didn't do Generations through 2018, that meant they were going to change the name, not that they were going to stop doing Generations.
Yeah. I just remembered one thing, and, well, a lot of people took pictures of one display case that had Chrome Dome holding up Rewind.
Yes, Rewind on Chrome's shoulder. That made my gay heart so happy. So happy.
They're friends.
Yes, there was some thread someone posted to a message board or something about how, what's the deal with that? Are they like really good friends and something? It's like, yeah man, they're gal pals. Yes, friends. But yeah, I mean, between that and the slide that we heard about at Toy Fair, I really love how Hasbro's really getting behind that. And, you know, I think especially, and I realize this wasn't Hasbro, but I think even just from a few years ago, hearing them mention at the Prime panel about how there's something wrong with Knockout, that it's nice to see this very accepting and, you know, even like not even accepting, but like celebrating that they have something like this going on. It's really nice. It's nice to have a Transformers series, and I know we've talked about some of this sort of stuff over on our Stasis Pod podcast, because, you know, there are romantic relationships in Beast War. But it is something that tends to be, even just like, I feel like relationships in general, not even romantic ones, are something that don't get done enough with in a lot of Transformers stories. Just historically. So I think it's really nice to see a lot of that and see them really embracing it. See Hasbro enthusiastic about it. So yeah, and James Roberts tweeted over the weekend that seeing a picture of that display made his day. Mm-hmm. So, they are definitely the Nick Roche head designs.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on those.
So yes, and the Rewind will not be hilariously overarmed like the Collectors Club Rewind.
Well, he still has a tank cannon.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't have like 2 tank cannons.
Well, true.
He will merely be overarmed instead of hilariously overarmed.
Yes.
He will merely be toyetically overarmed.
Yeah, yes. Like when they give, I don't know, Ellie Sadler from Jurassic Park a bazooka or something. You know, like it's no more than you expect. So that was a very cute display.
Whoever at Hasbro thought to do that, thank you so much.
Yes. So they did allow pictures at the Hasbro panel this year. Have they done that the last couple years? Because that used to be a big thing.
Yeah, I think they've been more lenient, or...
One of the big things is they disallow photography during movie years so that they can show movie product before, you know, embargo day movie product for movie marketing reasons.
Yeah. Well, even before that, that used to be something that they were very serious about.
They'd also show stuff that they didn't have, like, photography or stock renders yet, and it was kind of like, okay, this is a little further out. So it seems like BotCon is less, okay, here's the peak super far out, and more BotCon is part of their marketing strategy now.
Yeah.
So you can take pictures. We don't care if you take pictures because we're sending promotional photography and promotional renders out to all the fan sites anyway.
Yeah. And I'm King, especially before they used to do that. It was very much something that was a big deal. I mean, whoever was running the convention would go up in front of the panel and say, put all your phones, your cameras, before there were camera phones, your cameras away. If we see a flash, ending it, it's all over. Don't even.
Yeah.
It's also harder to post now.
Yeah. So the one thing that they did tease, they didn't have a full picture, but they had like a plane and a tank. And some people saw this without the context as to what, you know, Hasbro said as they showed this, and they're like, Duobots? Or Duocons? What? So boy, we're getting a flywheels? But no! They teased Overlord.
Oh, right.
Ooh.
Which is, I'm sorry, all apologies, but that is much cooler than flywheels.
Yeah. I'm not sure I could buy that. I don't want my Lost Light crew to be unsafe.
Yeah. I have to keep them in another room. Someone made a joke about a Titan Master that just turns into his lips.
And then in another tease, Master Dawn asked the same question he asks every BotCon.
The one that got him the nickname, Headmaster
Yes.
Dawn.
And the answer they gave him is, keep watching, we think you'll be happy.
I'd be happy. I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah, I'd be happy. I want a second shot at that character.
Yeah,
I want all the G1 RC. I have strong feelings. I made, like, an essay about G1 RC on the blog at one point, so I have strong feelings about G1 RC.
We find a G1 accurate as you can get RC. How could we have an improved RC? Doesn't just look like Princess Leia in armor.
Okay, is that going to be a redec Chrome Dome? Are they actually going to through with that 30 years later?
That would be hilarious.
I could see them remolding it, maybe? Yeah, that's a possibility, but...
That would be hilarious if we started getting, like, mainline Hasbro toys that were, like, the equivalent of the Star Wars toys that they did that were based off concept art. So they actually released the original Unicron prototype.
Oh, that would just be cruel.
Yeah.
I've seen that thing. It's trash.
And they made the RC that was a redeco of Chrome Dome, and they, I don't know, Buffalo Dump.
Well, of toys based on concept art, we also got a peek at the Transformers subscription service 5.0 stuff.
Which is probably the last year of the subscription service.
Yeah, at least from the people making it currently.
Yes.
Probably altogether, but definitely from the people making it currently.
And a lot of stuff, honestly, some of this stuff you're even gonna have to explain to me. I can tell my aerial bots art, but when it comes to, like, unproduced double pretenders...
Oh yeah, let's start with that one.
Oh, I was gonna go through it in the order they showed it in the panels, because I don't know everything. But, okay, yeah, let's start with the craziest.
It's the pretender that was with the reissue of Fort Max. What did they call it? Max or something?
Yes,
yeah.
It's not the reissue, it was basically the Japan's release.
Oh, it was. But, well, it came with a pretender shell, which was
during Headmasters in Japan, their Maximus, called Grand Maximus, came with a pretender shell for Cerebros.
Yeah, which has sort of a Optimus Prime-ish head, but here it's redecoed as G1 Megatron. And comes the little Megatron that was like sort of the minor version of him.
Yep. It's based on the color scheme of the unreleased redeco of the purple E2 Megatron tank. It was going to be called Combat Hero Megatron.
Oh, right.
Yes, I remember those.
And he comes with a gun to make him a double pretender. It's the space shuttle, I forget which toy that came with, but it's redecoed as Sky Warp.
Like the Armada one?
No, or is it Sky Warp or Sky something? The toy that eventually became the club's version of Astro Train, the design that before that?
Sky Raid, maybe?
Or Sky something. Oh, someone go to the wiki. But I think
what I saw compared to was a Armada Jetfire redeco.
Yeah, that's what I was alluding to.
Yeah,
I don't remember
Armada Jetfire redeco. It was something weird. Some permutation of Sky Warp, who became the Astro toy, but also the unproduced toy, I think, was repurposed as a club character, a female, I think? Let us go to the wiki.
I don't Let's go to the wiki.
I'm going to TFU on the...
Yes.
That works.
Oh, yeah, Club Astro.
Yeah,
That's supposed to be Club Astro Train.
it is.
Yes, what I heard was that Pretender shell is actually the mold, uses that same mold from the Pretender shell that
they're
came
using
with Grand
the actual
Maximus.
Pretender shell mold.
Yeah.
Which is the most ridiculously, it's a very rare thing to get a hold of. You basically buy Grand Maximus, who is one of the most expensive Transformers to get these days. Certainly one of the most expensive mass release ones. So that's pretty crazy. But then they made him look Megatron.
Space War, that was it.
They can't make that a girl. It's not sexy. They don't know how to do non-sexy girls.
Well, they did.
Fine.
Then shall we go through the rest in chronological order, or?
Yeah, go the rest in chronological order. That's just the wackiest one, the most tempting. But
yeah,
may be really expensive.
There's also the G2 G.I. Joe crossover pack, which comes with Legends G2 Megatron, Rat-Bat, Scarlet, Cobra Commander, and best of all, Dr. B. Jones.
It comes with my heart, is what it comes with.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be the puppy kicking Cobra Commander, but it just looks like, probably with a little bit more paint, like the dollar store recent ones.
I mean, it's 1993 Cobra Commanders, is what it comes down to.
Megatron.
Yeah,
with G1 Megatron.
Yeah, Megatron gun.
He's got a Megatron gun.
It's a Ninja Scarlet, I think, or something.
I do really want a Ninja Force Scarlet whose body is not, like, super chubby from having to house the Ninja Force spring-loaded gimmick. Cause I had that toy when it was new. Yeah. I was in high school.
So she has nunchucks, Wolverine claws, and a katana wakizashi.
I think the most important thing, the lead that we're burying here, is that she has a green leotard, bright lime green leggings.
Yeah, she's got kind of like...
Such 90s fashion sense,
because
I love it.
She's a ninja from 1993. This is like Night Force Ninjas level of ninja coloring here.
Yeah. This is Batman the Ant series merchandise level of her scheme.
I was thinking X-Men Rogue.
That's also that time period. But no, the point is, ninjas should not be wearing colors like that.
No, but it was the 90s.
Maybe she's in a radioactive jungle.
Maybe. But yes, it's Ninja Force Scarlet, and yes, Dr. Biggles Jones.
Yes, Biggles Jones.
And she's just
the important one for fans of the absurd and the wonderful, but also Masterpiece Rat-Bat, which you couldn't in the US version with Masterpiece Soundwave. You had to import the Japanese Sound Blaster. But if you weren't that crazy, now you can have a Rat-Bat.
But Dr.
Yes, Dr.
I guess this is one that deserves a little background for those not familiar. Basically, as a lead up to the Marvel G2 comic, they had a little crossover in the ongoing G.I. Joe comic a few months before, where basically Megatron approached Cobra for help rebuilding himself. And that G2 body, that classic tank body, and in Marvel Comics continuity was built for him by Cobra. And they gave him a railgun for his shoulder. And part of that storyline, Scarlet was infiltrating Cobra, but also Biggles Jones, was a person who was infiltrating Cobra, and serving as one of their big alliance officers, which is why she has a Cobra. Yes, a sort of Cobra bodysuit with blue leotard and burgundy legging, and she's wearing a big lab coat over it, because that's
with the just collar.
Yes. Well, I mean, this was the early 90s, so I don't think artists in the early 90s knew how to draw unpopped collars.
This is true.
So, and she's just, she was just this very normal looking woman with a super boring name, and, I mean, it's sort of interesting in that it's sort of it's Sydney Biggles Jones. It's hyphenated. But yeah, she's an important character in that little handful of issues story arc, and Scarlet was doing a lot of very important things in that little story arc, and wearing colors entirely inappropriate for a ninja. And yeah, it was a very fun little lead up to the actual G2 comic. And that really
This is the first G.I. Joe related thing at a fun pub that makes me think they get Transformers.
Yeah.
Like, this is the best.
To be fair, the Afterburner came with Marissa Fairborn, right?
True.
Yeah.
It would be entirely fair to say that was based on the episode I mentioned last week, I believe, Money is Everything, in which Marissa Fairborn is hanging out extensively with the Technobots. But I'm also willing to chalk that up as entirely coincidence, whereas this, there's no way this could be coincidence.
Yeah. Actually, to be fair, that was kind of harsh what I said before. I take that back.
Aw. But, yeah, that storyline didn't really link up until the second issue of the ongoing G2 comic, which was actually my most reread issues of the G2 comic, because their Spike Witwicky and Fortress Maximus sacrifice themselves so that, like, the Decepticons don't leave Earth or something. So, I love a good self-sacrifice.
Life can be sacrificed to keep war on Earth.
Yeah. So, that was a pretty dramatic issue. So that crossover was really cool and really important, and it's super awesome. I think this is the first official Dr. Biggles-Jones figure we've gotten. Cause, I mean, she was already in the storyline up to that crossover. She didn't just appear for this crossover. She just happened to be a character involved in the storyline. Crossover happened. But I think the first of her we've gotten. There have been customs. I'm sure there have been customs.
Oh, of course there have been customs.
But this, I had to make lots of happy noises and dash around my apartment when I saw that.
Yep. And then next up, Counterpunch, which raises the question: where's Punch?
Yeah, they said they're
not
making a punch. It's just Counterpunch.
But
okay.
But what? Now I'm having like thoughts. Now I'm having ideas. He just got in too deep and just completely lost sight of who he used to be. And
deep
I'm guessing the Adonis 7th figure is Punch.
I'm guessing that I am probably putting more thought into this than anyone else has leading up to this moment.
No, I do like the Story Bunny idea there. That's a really cool idea. I want to read that fanfic now.
He's a combiner limb. Which one was he? Is he the Wheeljack again?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah.
It's got a larger head than the Punch-Counterpunch they did before.
Supposedly, remember it might be a teeny weeny head again.
That would be
what
cruel.
happened to Ravage and Tigatron.
Yep.
That would be cruel. So then we have Fractal.
Yay, who comes with Scorp. So it's pre-Beast Fractal, who was a redeck of Pterosaur.
Air Raid. Yeah.
Well, Fractal was a redeck of Pterosaur. He's a redeck of Air Raid now. And he comes with
Pterosaur is also a redeco of Air Raid now, so it was just my knee-jerk need to identify aerial bots.
Yes. And Scorp is a redeco of something?
No, he's the, what's his dude who came with Metroplex?
Scamper?
Scamper, yeah.
Oh.
He's Scamper from the recent Metroplex.
I like the idea of
who I like to believe is a city speaker now.
Yeah, that makes sense. A pre-Beast Scorponok is an amusing idea because after watching Beast Wars, I really like Scorponok. He's just adorable and bumbling, and then he dies.
Poor guy.
Yep. But I don't like the idea enough to get the subscription service.
I might like I might like that G.I. Joe crossover enough to get the subscription service. Fortunately, I don't have the money.
Or you can just find somebody who has the subscription service to buy it for you without having to go through the whole.
Yes.
Because I don't think they're taking any more subscriptions now.
They did announce at the panel that they're going to find a way for people to subscribe to the 4.0 even if they're not subscribers to the club.
Oh, hopefully it'll be...
Presumably they're going to offer, like, non-club member price that includes club membership or something.
Presumably they're going to charge you, like, some exorbitant amount of money.
$50 more.
Right now it's $40. I don't think that expensive because they're not going to have the magazine anymore.
Good point. Maybe it'll be.
It's not like they were paying people to produce the magazine.
No, paying them to print it. But,
they were comping people merch to produce the magazine, if I understand correctly.
That's something.
Anyway, is that the last one?
Toxitron.
Second to last one.
Oh.
Toxitron.
Yay.
It's not the first Toxitron the club has done, but it's the first G1 Toxitron the club has done. The film was animated, I believe.
Yeah.
Based on everyone's favorite Combiner War Optimus Prime mold.
Well, it's...
Yeah, although I like this for Toxitron. It's different enough.
Yeah, is it the Motormaster version?
I don't know.
It is a head sculpt, and it does look slightly Motormastered. I don't remember the distinction between the two versions. Yeah, the chest is definitely more Motormastery than it is
the problem
Primey.
is, that's a mold that already has a Motormaster head and two different Optimus Prime heads, and they made an Optimus Primey head. Why?
How'd you do that?
Yeah, how'd you
Credit
twice
where
it
credit's
too?
due, it's a good evil Optimus Prime head.
It's a good
Yeah.
Optimus Prime, and you could have just used one of the other two. Just painted it right. Why?
The only reason there's ever evil Optimus Prime is to give people something to repaint Optimus Prime into.
Yes, paint him in Nemesis and Toxitron.
What would have been a better use of another head remold in this set? Because I think most of them seem to have new ones that are like the size you usually do a head remold of.
You got the punch, counter punch. Isn't it?
Well, we might still get that for Punch. It does look like a very catchy head, so.
And the Fractal is just the Pterosaur head in Scorp.
But that's exactly what you do if you were doing a Fractal.
But yes, I know, but the thing is why, Toxitron has an Optimus Prime head. Why would you make a third Optimus Prime head? Why would you make turn a Blur head into our head?
Yeah, that one was baffling.
I agree.
I own that.
I feel strongly that the entire reason that the concept of evil Optimus Prime exists is to sell repaints of Optimus Prime, so I don't understand.
Yeah.
You say that like it's in question.
That's true.
That is objectively why.
Maybe someone thought there was some actual valid story reason to do that.
I guess
Because they were one of those people who write stories where Wheelie dies.
It started in Japan with them just doing random chase black redocos of Optimus Prime.
Well, yes.
And the idea over here as
Scourge
RID cartoon where they took one of the black redocos and explained him being a Decepticon instead, and then that idea perpetuated forward into like Nemesis Prime and Armada.
Yeah.
And from there it's been a thing.
Yeah. It's if you're gonna, that mold, if you're gonna redo a head, why not do the Combiner head? Why do the basic head?
I just want to make a note that my favorite thing to ever come out of an evil Optimus Prime was the deluxe Armada Optimus Prime, whose minicon was Overrun, and the evil one's minicon was Run Over. That was enough that when I saw it at BotCon, I actually had to go run and find other people to show to.
Run over.
Yeah,
That was a
Run
really
Over.
good deco too.
Yeah.
Instead of the gray that they normally get, it was like a nice creamy beige.
Yeah. Hyde was involved with that. He likes beige.
I'm not sure the timeline lines up on that, but stylistically you're entirely right.
He does like beige. It cannot be denied that he is known for liking beige. Anyway. Toys.
And then, we have more.
Oh, there
One which has already been seen before, but I think we have a bit of new information on.
Oh, right.
We have a RC Redeco Paradron Medic.
Who comes with a little buddy that's something or other that was weird, anyway.
She will be readily available on eBay for anybody who wants her, I assume. And then finally, last year's, oh my god, what toy from the BotCon set is getting a Redeco? As, what are the name they're using for this guy? Optimus Prime, or?
That's a good question.
Different, I don't remember, but it's the double combiner giant monkey pretender with a different colored swerve and a dude.
Yep.
I just want to
Different
note
colors with an Optimus head and an Optimus gun.
the Paradron Medic is the least creative recolor anyone can ever do, and I'm disappointed in them.
And then
At least they're giving her a name as Lifeline.
Yay! And then the Swerve's gun, it echoed as High C.
High Q.
High Q, yes.
I'm
sorry, I was thirsty.
I love things redecoed. I love things that are high Q. I love high Q, is what I'm saying.
High Q is the best.
Yes. Especially in the comic where he's just this bald guy. He's just this old bald guy.
So that is the end of the Transformer subscription service 5.0, and with that, possibly the end of FunPub.
Yeah.
At least as people who officially make Transformers things.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, last but not least, Hall of Fame induction.
Yay! Guess who it was? It was people who were there.
Well,
Well,
Yes.
not necessarily.
Oh.
Oh, I guess that's true.
I mean, Optimus Primal and Cosmos were congratulations to both of them on making it into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Optimus Primal on the fan vote for best characters, and Cosmos on the fan vote for best obscure characters.
Which I think is fair. I like to throw out the G1 knowledge, and I would say go watch an episode called The God Gambit from Season 2. Cosmos was a pretty cool character in Season 2.
Which extent was Cosmos? Was that the Peter Lorre?
Yeah, it was sort of Peter Lorre-ish, but not to like an irritating point.
No.
But he was adorable.
Yeah.
And then I was personally pulling for Black Arachnia, because Venus Terzo was going to be there, but Optimus Primal definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time, maybe Black Arachnia. Well, there won't be live Hall of Fame next time, but there will be.
Not necessarily, but we can discuss that next week.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the human inductees, we have guests David Kaye and Judd Nelson, voices of Megatron, Optimus Prime, and Hot Rod, respectively.
Yeah.
And then by fan vote, musicians involved Transformers brand, Weird Al Yankovic is inducted into the Transformers fame.
Yay, wait, I thought they already did
For that one song he did, and a couple guest episodes of Animated.
Yeah, I'd say the couple of animated put it over the top. If those hadn't happened, I'd be like, well, we're just voting on which are you like that were on the soundtrack album.
There's
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
Energy.
I don't know if anyone else saw pictures from BotCon of this, but Judd Nelson going around looking like a hobo the whole time.
In stark contrast to David Kaye, who was impeccably well dressed.
Kaye is always well dressed. David Kaye at the concert had just this really great scarf, and he just like a blazer, and he just really looked great. I mean, whenever he shows up at BotCon, he looks like $1 million. As in contrast to Scott McNeil, who shows up at BotCon looking like he could really use $1 million.
Well, to be fair, Scott McNeil shows up at BotCon looking like Scott McNeil, wearing a cowboy hat and like a flannel vest. Used to be a flannel shirt before he ripped the arms off of it.
Yeah, I had one of those in high school.
Well, it fit our characters, I guess, because
Yeah.
like David Kaye. Well, right now he's the voice of some of the segments on John Oliver's Last Week Tonight.
Yes, he is. I believe he is also still the with Fox Sports, but I could be wrong about that.
Oh, yeah. So he's got the voiceover, and he looks like a radio person. Whereas Scott McNeil looks like he just came off a motorcycle.
Yeah. I mean, David Kaye looks like Beast Wars Megatron, and Scott McNeil's like Wayne. So they look like some of their characters sound.
Yeah.
Whereas Judd Nelson just had this odd coat and a weird hat.
He was wearing an Autobot. I'm going to guess he might have bought it from this may not be the case, but it looks like something he might have just bought out of the dealer room. It was like a knit cap with an Autobot symbol on it, and it was like red and white and blue. And I don't know if that was something someone made and sewed an Autobot symbol patch onto, or whether it was like a licensed product. But yeah, and he had a beard, which I realize is in style, believe me, as someone who hangs out at the very hipster parts of her city. I realize that's in style, but combination of two mostly just made him look like a hobo.
Yeah.
Or John Bender.
Yes. It made him look like the guy who's just sort of sleeping in the hotel lobby at BotCon. You know the guy.
Yeah. Oh, this would have put him so over the top. He should have just been wearing the Matrix like a necklace.
Yeah, that would have been great. Love that. I mean, like a serious real business actor, but he really seemed to be enjoying himself though, which is great because a lot of times with actors like that, it seems to be something that a lot of them are sort of, the ones who are still alive are sort of thawing out on. But, you had a point when they just didn't want to be reminded they had been in that, so.
Imagine Orson Welles had lived long enough to attend a BotCon.
He would have killed him first.
This fine energon, it's grown in the valleys of Iacon.
But yeah, I mean, I regret not getting to go see him, but oh well, that's just because me though.
It would have been nice to attend the last one, but
It's not necessarily the last one, but that's a discussion for another day.
Yeah, we are going to come back next week with a discussion of, basically because we really, if we were to have discussed both a part of BotCon and the actual news from BotCon, you would all have been downloading like a gigabyte podcast and listen to it for the rest of the month.
Yeah, it'd be like 3 hours long, as is. We're over an hour, probably, depending upon trimming.
Yes. And so we are going to wrap it up with that. Just as an aside, you guys have any others we need to bring up?
Not that I can remember. This BotCon I wasn't paying attention to. Well, previous BotCons I haven't, because I only one I would pour over all the news. This time, I don't know. I wasn't as invested most of the time. Just look at some pictures and it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was paying attention, but I think I've definitely brought up everything that caught my attention.
Yeah, because
but my attention is very precise, and my attention is like trying to shoot a laser pointer at something half a mile away, and it's just always sort of scattering all over the place, and sometimes it hits that one thing.
I paid more attention to comments from friends on social media than I did to the actual news, aside from looking through the galleries and going, oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's really cool.
Yeah, I would just mostly look at things that were tweeted and wandered over to Ben Yee's Facebook page because he was posting a lot of photos.
Mm-hmm. All right, so then I will go ahead and wrap it up. All right, so, just keep an eye on us next week. We will be discussing a great deal about the future of BotCon, as well as anything that might come up that is relevant to be talked about, and any other news that might happen to trickle out, which will probably be no news.
Nothing, because we're not going to get any toy news for a while.
Yeah, I imagine news is going to be light for the next few weeks.
Yeah, possibly until San Diego Comic-Con. But until next week, this has been Jen.
And Alex.
Hey, David. Hey, maybe I'll have my toys by next week.
Toys. And you can talk about toys.
Yeah, because I have box set.